Hi, and welcome to Astral Messages. My name is Angela, and I'll be bringing through guided messages for the sign of Aries today. Thank you for being here. These messages are for the collective, so I encourage you to tap into your intuition during these reads and to discern what resonates for you and your personal journey. If this reading resonates, please like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, let's get into this. Strongest energies, please, for the sign of Aries for the month of August. Please and thank you. Strongest energies coming through for the sign of Aries. Thank you. Okay. Let's get some more out while we're at it. Strongest energies, please, for the sign of Aries for the month of August. Please and thank you. Okay. We have number 24, power. We also have 35, change. Okay. And we also have number 3, between worlds. And number 34, a leg up. Interesting energy. So I'm definitely getting, with these two cards, that you're going through a transitional period here. Change, in between worlds. Not quite leaving the old behind, but not quite in the new either. There's that void energy that I'm getting from that. And it's because you are going through a change, whether that's internally, externally, both. But what I'm getting here is this leg up to me is a helping hand from the universe, from people around you. There is power behind you, is what I'm hearing, to transition, to move through this change. I'm getting called to read from the book for this one. I see a specific message that Spirit would like you to hear. Let me just find this one. Power. You have power. It is real. True power means ethical power. Hold on to your boundaries. True power involves service and benevolence. Strong leaders lead by example. You know when you are in the presence of power. I build and value my wise self. Beautiful. And I think that is in relation to that support from Spirit. When we connect to the power within, because that connection of kind of reminds me of the saying, the universe works through us. That's where we get our power, when we have that strong connection with Spirit, the universe, higher power. And it's giving you a boost to, really transition through this change at this time. Okay, interesting energy, quite different from the other zodiacs this month. Let's have a look at your Celtic cross. Let's have a look for Aries, please, Spirit, for the month of August. Please and thank you. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is balance. Interesting, because I'm really seeing this card here split in the middle here. This is also light and dark. But it's almost, it feels balanced as well, right? It's interesting. This is also a card of giving, but I feel, yeah, internal balance. Okay, let's have a look at your energy. The Ten of Cups. Nice. This is emotional fulfillment. Happy, joyous energy. A very peaceful card as well. Nice. Okay, let's have a look at your challenge. The Eight of Pentacles. This is work. This is mastery. Mastering something here. Find out what it is that you are working on, but it is in your challenge position. What is in your focus? The world. Nice. Brand new beginning, new cycle. So it's that transition into this new. I love it. What don't you see? The Nine of Wands. This is the wounded warrior. This is an energy of perseverance. Constantly moving forward, even through the challenges. Okay. And what's influencing this? The Five of Swords. Okay. So this could be external conflict. It could be internal conflict. It is, I'm getting a real stubborn energy off this. Winning at all costs. Yeah, I'm getting a real stubborn energy, which is interesting. Okay. What's in your future energy? The Ace of Pentacles. Nice. This is new energy with it being an ace. This is also something tangible in your reality with the Pentacle. This is something stable. Something that has potential for longevity. So that's interesting. What energy is coming towards you? The Nine of Cups. My gosh, Aries. Wish fulfillment. Okay, wish fulfillment is on its way to you. This is amazing. What is your advice? The Magician. This is a card of manifestation. Having the tools. You have the tools to create, to manifest. You have everything you need within as well, as what I'm hearing with this card. With your guidance. Okay. And your potential outcome, the King of Cups. Nice. This is leading from the heart. This is emotional stability. Especially when you have emotional fulfillment, it makes us emotionally stable as well, right? Beautiful. Strong card of love, self-love, love for others, love for life. Okay, Aries. This looks like a good read. My goodness. Now with that power energy, it's very fiery. Which, I mean, you are a fire sign, Aries, so that might be why I'm picking up on that. Let's get some clarity. Let's clarify a few of these cards. The sign of Aries, please. Can you please clarify the Ten of Cups? The Ten of Cups, please, Spirit. The sign of Aries. Thank you. Thank you. You have the Judgment at the bottom of the deck. And the Ten of Cups is clarified, nice, by the King of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles. So what I'm strongly getting here is that you have been investing in your, in anything that brings you emotional fulfillment, hence why this is in your energy. You've been investing in self, what brings you joy, what fills your heart up, fills your cup. You've been investing in this. So this isn't new. This is something that you've been working on, hence the Eight of Pentacles here. And you are now, see, this is a card of harvest as well. And you're reaping the rewards of this investment in self. You've been following that inner calling. But also this is just a judgment is a decision. So you've just decided, you know what? I'm going to put myself first. I'm going to look after myself. I'm going to lead from the heart. Focus on what brings me joy. This is beautiful. I love it. Okay, so why is the Eight of Pentacles here in Aries challenge, please, Spirit? Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. We do have the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck, but the Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is here also. So you have been, see, I was picking up on this as a mastery. Mastering self. Really leaning into what brings you joy, emotional fulfillment. Not looking outside of yourself for things to bring you joy, finding that emotion within. I think too why it's in your challenge, you've been investing in self and it has been work. You know, when they say that people do the inner work, you've been working on yourself and it's not an easy feat. It's so easy to ignore that part of self, ignore our soul's calling, and also ignore the pain. The Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. When we experience pain and loss in our life, we don't tend to do the work to heal that, to acknowledge that, to move through that. We tend to want to numb, avoid, and in doing so, it just sits within our bodies and in our energetic field, influencing our lives because we're holding on to this sadness, this loss, this I'm not happy. Where you've been doing the work to really recognize, with the Six of Wands here underneath that, this part of self and go, actually, what brings me joy? I want more of this, not this. And you've been working really hard, hence with it being in your challenge, because that stuff's not easy. But it's so worth it, as you can see in this spread, because there's a shift. There's a massive shift. I feel like you're also calling back your power. Maybe in times where you have given away your power through manipulation, but just even through insecurities. So interesting how we just give away our power in so many situations in life. And you've been really working to call that back. And with doing so, it's really, fulfilling. Beautiful. Let's have a look at the world in your focus. Focusing on a new beginning. Love it. Can you clarify the world, please, for Aries? we have the Queen of Cups. So a lot of cups here that's popping out. And that is that focus on self-love, emotions, fulfillment, joy, happiness. Really looking into also understanding with the Hermit here, clarifying the world, understanding our emotions. Our emotions can lead us to, it's like a, how do I explain this, Spirit? Understanding why we react to people, places, things, and why. That real understanding with this Hermit, going within, finding that knowledge, that understanding of maybe it's, why do I always feel drained when I'm with this particular person? Where we just kind of do and we don't really look into it. We just sometimes don't even recognize it, right? But you've been really doing the work and going within. And by doing so, you're operating in such a different energy. And this is creating a whole new cycle. You're understanding your inner world, your world. And it's bringing in about massive change. And you're in that transition period here. So this is beautiful. Let's have a look at the Five of Swords influencing this spread, influencing your energy at the moment. Clarify the Five of Swords, please, Spirit. For the sign of Aries. Okay. And another one, please. Thank you. Okay, we have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Right, okay. So with the Five of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Cups again, it's coming out with all of them, and the High Priestess. So to me, there has been potentially some resistance within to go within in the past, and following that intuition. It's following what we cannot see. We're following what we can feel, because our emotions guide us and lead us to understanding things. And with the Knight of Wands, I really get this in and out energy, a little bit of resistance. Maybe in the past you've really resisted going within and understanding your triggers. I'm getting triggers actually, why people trigger you, why places even trigger you, like in the environment, like really ignoring it and going into that numbing response to then going, I'm following my intuition and I'm going to really lean into this, and then going back into that resistance. So there has been a little bit of that in and out energy, which is quite normal. And remember, maybe this is why this is here too, going back into that numbing and then going, no, I want to see, why am I feeling this way? Going back into, I don't want to know nothing. And then going back in, show me what I need to see. So there has been a little bit of that back and forth energy when it comes to going within. And that's totally normal, especially if this is new to you, but also depends on the triggers. Sometimes there's little triggers that are easier to kind of look into and navigate. Others are huge that you're like, that seems a little bit daunting. I don't want to look at that right now. And it's a process. So don't beat yourself up for that either. Let's have a look at this Nine of Wands, what you don't see. For the sign of Aries, please. Okay. We have the Two of Swords and we have the Empress. Wow. Now with the Nine of Wands, I get this is an energy of perseverance, but this is an energy of exhaustion too. And remember, the work, that inner work is what I'm getting, is in your challenge. And in the past, there has been a little bit of resistance to doing that work. Maybe because it feels like it's been going on for a very long time. But there's a little bit of jaded energy here. And it's clarified by the Two of Swords and the Empress. To me, the Two of Swords is a decision, a choice. And that Empress is about growth. So it's a decision to grow. Do I want to keep going down this path of evolution, of expansion, of growth? Because we have to choose it, even when we get tired. And it's okay to take a break from inner healing and just be. Absolutely, we need to recharge our batteries. But we also, if we choose it, if it's our path that we choose, we actually have to actively choose to move into that space of growth, expansion, of self-love, of doing the inner work. And I think that's why with this leg up, Spirit is helping you, because there's something about it, like there's this, with the world, it's a brand new beginning. And I feel like you're closing out this old chapter and you're so close to that finishing line with this karmic cycle, with these learnings that you're going through, this change that you've been going through. You're almost, getting jaded and you're so close to that finish line. And yeah, I just feel like keep making that choice to grow because you're so close. Because look what you're coming in. Wish fulfillment. My goodness, this is good. So keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. It's very powerful change. Okay, let's have a look at this Nine of Cups then. What's coming towards Aries? There's that Four of Swords, which is healing. Ooh, interesting that has landed also on the Five of Swords, which is the Five of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. So I feel like you're really healing this resistance, that in and out energy. You've almost, you're seeing something differently. You're making that active choice to grow, to birth something new, this new version of self. And if this feels very internal, yes, but don't forget that internal change means external change. It does change your external world. And this is a huge new beginning, a whole new world for you. And this is wish fulfillment, this new beginning. You are healing from this stubborn energy. There's resistance to change. Let's give me a little bit more on the Nine of Cups coming in for Aries. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, we've got the Death at the bottom of the deck. What I was getting when I was shuffling too is because you're already in an energy of emotional fulfillment. You already have that new energy within you. And the wish fulfillment is actually accepting that this is now how you choose to operate. You've healed the energy that really resisted that, kept you either in victim mentality or wanting to keep their blindfold on, not wanting to look at the things that prevented you from peace, inner peace, connection with others, living a life of joy, happiness, because there has been a shift here, a change, an ending, and oh my goodness, the star again. Healing leads to wish fulfillment, and here's that brand new beginning. My goodness, this is good. And sometimes our wish fulfillment that comes in is just peace, living in peace and in joy, and allowing yourself to live in that energy. This is beautiful. Your guidance and advice here. Let's clarify the Magician, please. The sign of Aries. Please clarify the Magician. We have the Star, which is healing and wish fulfillment energy. And the Magician is clarified by the Temperance. We also have the Four of Cups landing on the Ten of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Now I'm getting a little bit of, this is disappointing kind of energy. And I wonder if, because there was a little bit of resistance, but it was a lot of work to get to this point of peace and emotional fulfillment, doing all that inner work. You know, it's kind of, whew, you know, why is it so hard that I'm getting? Like, why was it so hard? Why was it such a slog? But with this, the guidance feels like patience with the Temperance. This is also an energy of alchemizing energy, transmuting. And I feel like the guidance here is to remember that you now have, and you always have had, all the tools to manifest happiness, joy, peace, regardless of your external environment, what's happened to you, trauma, whatever. It's always existed within you to create a peaceful life, getting peace for a lot of people, but just joy, happiness, fulfillment, elation. Have patience with the process is what I'm getting. Because yeah, we do have to work on mastering self, really peeling away the layers of our conditioning, our programming from society, right? And remembering we have the tools within us. Have patience with the process. Okay, likely outcome, the King of Cups. Can you clarify the King of Cups, please, for Aries? Please and thank you. Thank you. Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. So pages to me are beginning energy. They are small offers, but to me this is, because the Page of Swords is a card of learning. And I feel like you're going through this change. You've seen that you have all the tools in order to make this change, to move towards that wish fulfillment. And you are following the heart, your emotions, your calling, that King of Cups, Page of Cups. And I'm just getting a beginner's mind. So this isn't something that you've potentially operated in, because this is a shift. This is a massive, interesting power change. So this may have been a lot of, this feels like regaining your power, claiming your power back, knowing your worth. This may be within connections, but this may be even with work, feeling like you had to struggle, had to do something that you didn't love, had to live in a particular way based on your programming, generational wounds, you name it. It could be anything here. There's a lot of energy being shifted, but there's a power shift here. And this is new with the Page of Swords here. This is new energy that you're operating in, but you're operating from a very balanced, from emotional balance, grounded in what you know to fill your cup. I love it. Okay, let's have a look at the Ace of Pentacles in your future energy for the sign of Aries. You have the Ace of Wands, 2 aces, so brand new energy. We also have the Page of Swords and the 8 of Swords. So again, you are learning. You have this newfound wisdom with this shift. You've done this mastery. You've mastered self. You've looked at your shadows. You looked at the wounds, all the things that trigger you. You've learnt so much in this process. And with the 8 of Swords, this is a feeling of being stuck. This is a mental entrapment. And you now have this sword to cut yourself free and really move into 2 aces here, this new energy. And I feel like this is a new energy of feeling free, free within, following your intuition and feeling fulfilled. 10 of Cups, that emotional fulfillment has followed us throughout this whole spread. And it's such a beautiful energy. Following that intuition, going within, you found this newfound wisdom, cutting yourself out from these chains, these shackles, freeing yourself, freeing your spirit. There's just this sigh of relief almost, and it is such beautiful energy to see, Aries. So this is your reading. I'm sending you much love, light, and insight, and I'll see you next time.